Hey, Breakout. How's it going? Sorry. Oh, there's Billy. Let's see if he stays. He probably won't. He likes to walk around the 4 square feet of space that I have in this apartment. Welcome. Happy Friday. I just realized, hold on. I didn't put my phone on Do Not Disturb, and let me do that. Even though... There. Better. Happy Yoga Friday. Hey, Hector. Goodness, look at this hair. This is what happens when there's no product. I was running from a client. I thought I was going to be late. I had a client right before this. And I'm like, I gotta go. But this is the kind of hair that she sees me with early in the morning. It's just real big. Real quick, if you have a towel strap, might be great for today. I want to do a little bit of shoulder stuff. Again, a hand towel works. If not, no worries. I'll try to, you can do arms as we go. I will talk you through. The other thing is, and I just realized this yesterday, because I was not been thinking clearly. It's 2020, so my brain is just not working properly. It's daylight savings on Sunday, which means I'm in LA, so our time is different. So as I said before, I have a client on Fridays before this class, and I realize now we're going to overlap. So anyway, I will talk to Todd and we'll figure it out. But yeah, so I might have to change the time, because I'll still be working. Yeah. Anyway, so that just like popped into my head. It's like, ooh, there's a conflict. So anyway, that'll be figured out. So if we have to change time or pause for next week and go from there, but it'll resume. So I'll have to figure it out. So I'll keep an update once we figure out timing with all of that. What else? I think that's it. Yeah, so anyway, go and find your spot, find your space, hop on your mat. Again, if you have a towel or something, I am so incredibly sore today, my legs, because I did a HIIT class yesterday. Sounds good. Awesome, Hector. I did a HIIT class yesterday. I haven't taken a group fitness class. It was outdoors. I haven't taken one since I was teaching one in the summer, and then we got shut down again, and then my work has remained closed. So it was so nice. The crazy thing about being in a group, like, it's funny how you don't realize how much you miss it until you don't have it anymore, and then you're like, wow, it's really nice to be around strangers, and I'm usually not the type of person to say that, but it was true. I was like, wow, I don't know any of these people. We're all distanced in our space, but even just being in a group like that, you're like, this is kind of nice. So anyway, even though this is a great little setting that we got going on here, thanks to Breakout with our great online classes, I think it's okay to say, it's fair to say that we can still miss what we maybe used to do before. And it doesn't mean anything bad about what's happening now. It just is like, yeah, different things. You have different appreciation, different respect for certain things that maybe have happened in your life or going on. But much more than anything, trying to finish this year with only 2 months nearly left. Just gratitude. And so, yeah, an anticipation of the upcoming week. Hopefully it's all good. Anyway, all right, enough chit chat. That's my spiel for our Friday morning. Go ahead and have yourself a seat, whether it's on a chair, on a pillow, on a towel, you decide. Whatever works best for you. And, oh, Billy's already gone. He's done with yoga. His down dog is horrible anyway. Jokes. Go ahead and flip your palms up, soften your shoulders down, lift your heart, and closing your eyes. I'm just checking in. How's your Friday going? How's your body feeling? I'm just checking in, and like I said, I voiced a lot of what's going on with me within that past minute before we started, but just check in. Maybe that's for you too. We got the full moon coming up again, 2 in 1 month, my goodness. Halloween tomorrow. Election on Tuesday. And there is a bit of unsettling in the energy in the air, still in Mercury retrograde. So whatever it is that you believe in, whatever you think might be surrounding you, whatever the energy is, hopefully we can shift it to a positive place. Because we have no control over anything else going on around us except for our thoughts, except for how we respond to things. So that being said, can you shift some of that through your mind? Taking time maybe to change something that's weighing heavy on you. Replace it with something positive. Replace it with something that you're excited about, you're happy about, you have gratitude for. And you might have to keep doing that all day. Maybe it slips out of your mind and then it comes back in and slips out. We're human. We love to think towards the negative sometimes, or what might be, or what might happen. So don't assume, just be present. And as you continue to deepen your breath, allowing your shoulders to soften, your spine to get a little bit longer, your heart to lift a little bit more. Take a nice deep inhale through your nose. Big release out your mouth. 2 more deep breath in. And release. 1 more deep breath in. And release. And gently pressing your lips together, allow your breath to flow in and out of your nose, creating ujjayi. It's finally cooler in LA, so bring that heat in. Heat up from within. It's a nice tool this Friday morning. And then gently taking your time, going lower your chin, bowing your head. And again, whatever positivity, whatever gratitude you have going on that you just want to bring to you, amplify it. Do that now. And then when you're ready, gently begin to open your eyes and bringing your head back to neutral. Happy Friday, yogis. All right, go and take your arms right next to your hips. Soften your shoulders. As you sit nice and tall, go ahead and flip your palms. As you inhale, reach your arms up and overhead. And as you exhale, lower. And again, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 1 more round here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And bringing your arms all the way up and overhead. Go ahead and interlace all 10 fingers. Flip your palms up towards the ceiling. Take a nice big reach. Now take a moment here. Go ahead and notice what happens when those shoulders lift up by your ears. You get that tension through the jaw, through the neck. Soften slightly, wrapping triceps forward. Take another inhale. Exhale, gently release. All right, if you happen to have a towel or a yoga strap, wonderful. Even a stretchy, one of those elastic bands, that works too. Again, just a little release of our shoulders this morning. Why not? So go ahead and take that strap, that grip nice and wide. Go and reach it up and over your head, and then reach it down and back. Now trying to keep those ribs from poking out forward. Again, just a nice way to release along the upper traps into the shoulders. Soften through your jaw. Now see, as I'm moving my strap pretty quickly, so I'm like, all right, Nicholas, we get it. Shoulders are open for Friday for the first time. Narrow the grip. Ooh, there it is. So chances are you'll feel it right along this back part. See where my arms are? That's where it usually is getting a little bit tighter. That's where we kind of adjust our body, wiggle 1 arm at a time. Try not to let that happen. Don't do 1 arm and then the other. That's cheating. Do both arms together. Even if you've got to go a little bit wider. And connecting your breath. Inhale to lift. Exhale, lower. Go and take about 2 more rounds here on your own. Now, and if you aren't using a strap, just taking arms up and overhead also works well too. If you're not using a strap, you don't have one with you, that's fine. For this next round, I want you to take those arms right up over your head. You're gonna hold on. If you have something that has a lot of stretch in it, I'm gonna recommend you doing this as well too. If you have a towel or a stiff strap that's not gonna stretch as you pull on it, awesome, take it right over your head. Bend 90 degrees, I love this one. And I want you to pull as hard as you can, like you're trying to rip that towel, rip that strap. Hopefully whatever it is that you have is super strong so you can't rip it, because these straps are nearly impossible to rip. But I'm trying like heck. Taking one more round of breath, and even if the arms get shaky, it's all right. And gently release. Go and take your strap off to the side. Go and bring yourself up onto all fours. Ugh. My glutes. We did a lot of jumping yesterday, that's why. I haven't jumped in a while. Bring your knees under hips, shoulders underneath your wrist, elbows slightly hugging back. Inhale, let's take a couple rounds of that cat-cow. And exhale, gently lower. Chin to chest. And again. And exhale round. Keep moving on your own breath. Feel free to take it to the side, releasing through neck, through jaw. Whatever feels best for you. And after you've completed about one more round here, go and bring yourself all the way up to your neutral. Go and take those hands just a few inches forward. Spread your fingers, plant your palms, wrapping your triceps down. Go and tuck your toes, and go ahead and take it into your legs, pedaling out. Reaching your heels back, and get a nice big shift of your hips, side to side. Just let there be a nice release of that lower back into the hamstrings. As you press the heart down, shoulder blades lift. As it reaches down towards the mat, inner thighs reaching back. Now, go and walk your feet just a little bit closer together. Let's really get into the back of those legs. Go and take that right leg, float it up nice and square, just pressing your heel back. As your heart reaches down, shoulder blades lift. Let the head release down towards the mat. Taking one more round of breath here. And then go ahead and gently release your right foot down. And switch, go and take your left leg. Now the foot that's on the mat should be the right leg. If not, no worries, left leg. Engage the quad, draw the kneecap up, really pressing that right heel down towards the mat, taking one more round of breath here. And then go ahead and gently release, bringing your feet back to hips width. And as you inhale, let's go and shift forward, shoulders over wrist, belly to spine, plank pose. Now pausing here, engage nice and strong to that center, elbows hugging back, heart is pulling forward, take another inhale. Exhale, hips up and back, downward dog. Two more just like that on the breath. Inhale forward. Exhale back. One more round. Inhale forward. Pause. And here at the top, go ahead and take your knees. Bring them down to the mat. Just one. Chaturanga push-up. We're going to lower to the belly. Hugging the elbows in. Broaden. As you exhale, take it all the way down. Go and take those hands right next to your ribs. Shoulders nice and soft. Now keep it low. Inhale. Just the heart lifts. Hands are just there for fun right now. Soften your shoulders and then work that upper back. Take the hands up off the mat. Keep the heart pulling forward. Tailbone is reaching back. Taking one more inhale. Exhale, gently lower. Again, just like that. Let's see if you can take the hands off with the heart this time. As you lift, broaden. Shoulders soft away from the ears. Keep sending that heart forward. Two more rounds of breath. One more inhale. Exhale, gently release, pause, hands right next to ribs, elbows hugging in. Now this time, go ahead and press those palms down. Lift just a little bit more now, getting into those arms. Drawing the shoulders down away from the ears. Don't let it be up here. Don't lock the elbows out. No, no, no. Bend the elbows, soften, tuck your toes, hips up and back. Downward facing dog. One more round here of that. Nice, slow, controlled vinyasa as we shift forward. Exhale, your choice, knees up or down, lower towards the belly. Just one cobra, maybe a little bit higher. Again, shoulders stay soft, Tuck your toes, engage your quads, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale. Out your mouth, let it go. Coming onto your toes, look forward, and go ahead and walk your feet all the way up. Woo. Bring it to the top. A nice little fold. Feel free to keep those feet about hips width. Maybe even clasp hands to elbows. Take a little sway, releasing those hamstrings. Again, if you have a lot of lower back tightness, especially if you've been at home working, release. Bend your knees and let the heart just rest on the thighs. Bend your knees as much as it feels good for you. It's great for the lower back. Just to get a nice little stretch out. And then go ahead and release your hands. Hands either on your mat, on your shins, on a chair, something where you have a little bit of support. Inhale, take it halfway, shoulders soft from the ears. Exhale, fold. 2 more just like that. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. And 1 more. Inhale, reach, pause. Drawing the belly in. Parallel spine with the floor, with your mat. Inhale, take hands to hips, pause for your exhale. Draw the shoulder blades together onto the back. As you inhale, bring yourself up to stand. Whew. Go and keep your hands on your hips. Draw your shoulders back. And then just a nice little lift. Gently push the hips forward, but not so much that we just think of releasing the belly. Think of lifting up first and then back. So we lift up out of that lower back. As those hips reach forward. Take another round of breath here. Inhale, reach all the way up. Arms release. Let me scoot back just a little bit. Inhale, arms up and overhead. Exhale, left arm down. Right arm up and over. Inhale, center. Exhale, switch. Getting into that sideways, just waking up this morning. Inhale. And exhale, dive forward. Just waking up. Inhale, halfway. And step your left foot back. I passed out last night at 9:30. I don't know why. I woke up in the middle of the night. Then had to be up again at 5, you know. It is what it is. Plant those palms. Tailbone reaching down. Shoulders nice and soft. Belly lift. Just to open up those hip flexors. Hand at thigh. Maybe arms up and overhead. We are going to move through this one more time, but just getting a little bit of reach here. One more breath. And gently release. Take your right arm up to the sky. Take a nice little twist here. Feel free to keep that back knee down onto the mat. Again, just getting into our rotation. A little bit of movement. One more breath. And then gently releasing your hand. Now go ahead and tuck your back toes. Look forward. Step your left foot to the top. And switch. Right foot back. And then from here, take your hands up onto your thigh. Gently press and lift, shoulders soft. Hugging your left hip back. Maybe the arms up and overhead. Take another round of breath here. And on your next exhale, go ahead and gently release. Bringing your right hand down to the mat. Take your left arm up to the sky. And just getting the body warm, just starting to get everything moving. And then go ahead and gently release. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. This time let's step it all the way to the top. Go ahead and keep your feet about hips width. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, fold. Now this time reach your arms up and overhead, stand tall. Exhale, hands to heart. Arms up and overhead, lengthen. Drop your left arm. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Now this time open those elbows wide. Lift. Inhale, center. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway. Take your left foot, same thing. We're going for that low lunge on a breath. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, bring your hands down. Inhale, shift your hips back. Straighten your front leg. And forward. 2 more. And front. 1 more. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Step your left foot to the front. Switch right foot back. Now feel free, if it's moving too quickly for you, slow it down. Move at your pace. Putting the arms up. Just for breath. Exhale, lower. Inhale, shift back. And exhale, front. 2 more. And front. 1 more. And front. Pause. This time, let's add the vinyasa. Plant your palms, tuck your back toes. Step back. Knees up or down. Exhale, lower. Now, if you're ready for up dog, go for it. If you're still wanting to stay with cobra, of course, why not? If you want to skip that vinyasa, you always know you can go straight back to downward facing dog. That's where we'll meet at the end of vinyasas or child's pose. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Soften your neck, soften your jaw. Coming high up on your toes, look forward. Bend your knees. Nice step, or maybe a hop this time. Bring it all the way to the top. Now this time, go and bring your big toes all the way together to touch. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Arms overhead, stand tall. Exhale, hands to heart. Now remember how we started that standing? Go ahead and take your hands behind your back. And just a nice little press down. Lift up to lengthen. Exhale, bring it up. Bend your knees, arms float up, inhale. Chair pose. Shoulders soft, hold here, exhale. 1 more, inhale. Exhale, dive. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Step your left foot back. We're going into crescent pose this time. Soft bend to the back knee as you inhale. Float your arms up and overhead. First crescent. Check that lift of the belly. Hug the right hip back. Find your breath. Soften your shoulders. Happy Friday. Everything is good. Taking 1 more inhale. Exhale, gently release. Take your right arm up to the sky. Take your nice big twist. Now this time you can go a little bit deeper. If you want to take this right arm, maybe wrap it towards the left hip and stack the shoulder a little bit more. 1 more round of breath here. And then as you exhale, gently release your hand, look forward. Soft bend, hop your left foot forward. Step your right foot back. Crescent pose, come onto your fingertips. Use your core, shoulders soft. Float the arms up. Now lift your hip bones. Send your tailbone down towards the mat. Hug your left hip back. Wrapping triceps forward, soften your shoulders. Nice lift through the heart, nice and broadening along the collarbones. 2 more breaths. Calm and steady through the thoughts. What are we grateful for? Gratitude in our life, in our minds. And your next exhale, gently release. Inhale, left arm. Pause here. Maybe this is enough. Maybe you rotate. Send that hand back. Look at that. Look at that hair. Sorry to distract. That was crazy. I apologize. This is madness. I've been growing it out lately though, that's why. 1 more round of breath. And then go gently release your hand down. Take your gaze towards the top of your mat. Bend your knee. Step to the top. Big toes together. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, chair. Hips back. Arms float up. Now pausing here. Press those heels down towards the mat. Soften your shoulders. Find that extension, that length. Take an inhale. Just the arms, exhale. And again, inhale. Woo! Exhale, fire through those legs. And again, inhale. 1 more round. Inhale all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands to heart. Place your hands behind your back. Inhale, lift and lengthen, broaden. Exhale, forward. Bend your knees, chair. Float your arms up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway. Step your left foot back. Crescent. 1 more round here. Soft bend. Take your arms up and overhead. Shoulders are soft. Triceps are forward. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale up. 2 more. And up. 1 more. And up. Keep your arms long. Sink the hips a little bit deeper. Keep the belly lifted. Take your arms forward. Reach your heart over that right thigh. Woo. Power through the back leg. Hugging right hip back. Collarbones broad. Use your core. Support. Lift. Take 1 more inhale. You got this. Exhale. Release. Hands down. Step left foot forward. Step right foot back. Coming onto your fingertips and broaden. Inhale, lift. Pause, wrapping your triceps forward. Nice deep bend. Keep the lift. Elbows will open to this side. A nice broadening along the chest. Take an inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 2 more. And up. 1 more. And up. And then keep the arms reaching, sink your hips. Gently release your arms down, pause, shoulders stay soft. Reach your heart forward. Woo. Collarbones broad over. That thigh, take 1 more inhale. And gently release your hands down, step back. Either vinyasa or down dog. If you're ready for that up dog, pause halfway. Take the lift. Lengthen, still soft bend through the elbows. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a nice deep inhale through your nose. Out your mouth, let it go. 1 more round, just like that. Deep breath in. Out your mouth, let it go. 3 rounds, right leg. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. And back. 2 more. And back. Maybe that knee touches the nose. Bring it all the way to the top. Pause. Step your foot between your hands. Now, warrior 1. Back heel all the way to the mat. Back leg is straight. Right hip hugs back. Broaden. Reach your arms up and overhead. Warrior 1. Keep hugging your right hip back. Really try to square your shoulders up towards the very top of your mat. Keep those shoulders soft away from the ears. Take another inhale. And exhale. 1 more breath here. Inhale. Exhale, gently release your hands. Now lift your back heel, look forward. And then from here, float your left leg up towards a standing split. Now as you reach forward, lift your shoulder blades up away from your ears. Soft bend in your right leg, perfectly fine. Don't worry about the height. Keep your pelvis square. Don't let this left hip hike up to the sky. Keep it even with the right. Maybe you take hands towards the ankle. Ooh, maybe you balance here on 1 foot. Shoulder blades are lifting. Take 1 more round of breath. And then gently release. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Arms overhead, stand tall. Hands to heart. Bring your right knee up. Pause. Find your balance. Engage strong through your left thigh. Soften your right outer hip down and back. Take left hand to right shin. Open up right arm to the back. And twist. 2 more rounds of breath here. 1 more round. As you inhale, bring yourself all the way back to the front. Pause. Wrapping your triceps forward. Extend your right leg out. Pause, find that reach. Yes, now bend your left knee. Step it all the way back. Crescent, that left foot is forward, right foot is back. Now bring your hands back to heart. Pause. Elbows nice and wide. Belly's lifted. Take your tricep, bring it all the way across your thigh, and twist to the left. Steady with your breath. 2 more rounds here. 1 more. Exhale, gently release your hands. Now yogi's choice. Vinyasa, down dog, child's pose. You decide. Keeping the breath nice and steady. And take a moment in your down dog. Pause where you are. Just turn on my Beyonce fan so I don't get too sweaty. 1 more round of breath here. And then as you inhale, float your left leg up to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale back. 2 more. And back. And 1 more round. Pause at the top. Step your foot all the way between your hands. Now take your back heel, drop it down. Hug your left hip back. Fingertips I love because we want to use that core. Engage. Float your arms up. Now back heel is pressing to the mat. Back leg is straight. Right pinky toe. Think of pressing that all the way down there. Shoulders nice and soft. Triceps are wrapping forward. Square off. Hug your hip back. Lift up through your center, grounding. Now what's your gratitude? What are you grateful for? Focus on that. When you're breathing, when you're in the middle of it all. Reset, take 1 more inhale. And then gently releasing your hands forward. Now lift your back heel, standing splits. We're gonna float your back leg, your right leg floats up. And then from here, go and take a nice little fold. Don't worry about the height. Don't hike this right hip up, keep it nice and square with the left. Even if you have to take your hand, gently place it on your lower back, your sacrum. Make sure the pelvis is square. Soft bend, maybe you take both hands towards the ankle, maybe one. Finding that balance on that left leg, it's a big trick. One more breath here. And gently release. Bring your toes together at the top of your mat. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Arms overhead, stand. Hands to heart. Hands to hips. Left knee lifts. Right foot is planted down. Pressing that right thigh back. Now right hand to left shin. Left arm opens up. Now feel free to keep your gaze forward. Turning the gaze is correct, it's right. It just is a bit more challenging with balance with your drishti. So go where that works for you. On your next inhale, float both arms up. Pausing here, shoulders soft. Can you kick that left heel forward? Woo! And then go ahead and reach it all the way back. Crescent pose. Back heel's lifted. Hip bones are lifted. Hands to heart, broad collarbones. Take an inhale. Exhale, take it across. Two more breaths. One more here. And gently. Go ahead and release your hands down now. Yogi's choice, you decide. Vinyasa, down dog, child's pose. Take a deep inhale here. Out your mouth, let it go. Coming high up onto your toes, look forward. Bend your knees. Exhale, step or hop, bring it to the top. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Arms overhead, stand. Exhale, hands to heart. Woo! What a sequence that is. So, I want to keep working a little bit more towards balance. Open up to the heart. So let's go ahead and start. We're going to step into it today. Right foot stays forward. And just go ahead and take your left foot, step it back. And we're stepping right into a warrior two. So, as we stepped into it, hugging that right outer hip back, send your inner thigh forward. We're only here for a few breaths today. We're not focused too much on those external poses. This Friday, 2 more rounds of breath here. Just feel grounded, inner thigh forward, right hip hugs back slightly, left hip comes forward just slightly. Back leg is straight. Taking one more round of breath here. I want you to take this right hand, go and reach it to the outside. Now, feel free to bring the left hand to hip. Now I'm scooting back just a little bit because I'm gonna move out of frame. We're going for our balance. Right hand to the outside, shift it forward towards outside of that right pinky as you press off that left heel. Now feel free, use a chair, use a little coffee table that you need. If you need a little bit more height, I understand sometimes hand to the mat feels more challenging, and then we get into this position where we just dip really low. You ideally want to think of trying to really lengthen your right waist towards the top of your mat. Maybe left arm towards the sky. 2 more rounds of breath here. 1 more. And as you release, gently lower your left foot down. Whoo, to the top of the mat. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Arms overhead, stand. And hands to heart. Now, I want you to keep that right foot forward. Step left foot back. Now, not warrior two this time, both legs are going to be straight. So about 3 feet between front foot and back foot. Both legs straight, both heels on the mat, all 10 toes on the mat. Do not let your left leg lift off the mat. Keep it on the floor. Hugging back, belly lift. Now, hands, goal. Ooh, light, my shoulders are tight today. Reverse warrior, so you can bring the palms together. You can bring the knuckles together. You can reach for the wrist, elbows, or hands on hips. So I gave you about like, what, 5 different variations there. Take the one that works best for you. Now see, even as I'm doing it now, as I set up for it, my reverse prayer, my shoulders are tight. I'm just taking my ribs out. Draw your ribs in, soften from here, and readjust. Now, lift up, soft bend through the front knees, perfectly fine. As you begin to reach forward, only go halfway. Woo, broadening through those shoulders. Now a lot of grounding here, rooted down into the legs, especially the left foot. Remember, left heel is not lifted. Shoulders are soft from your ears. 2 more. You got this, yogis. 1 more round of breath. Inhale, brings you up. Bend your front knee. Step to the top of the mat. Now, gently release the arms. Pause in here. Palms face forward. Take a nice deep inhale, grounded. Out the mouth, let it go. Alright. Hands to heart. Bring that left knee up. Now from here, 1 more round of balance to finish off this side. Bend your right knee. Take your time. Collarbone stay broad. That same opening you just created, I want you to maintain that now as you shift back with your left leg. Now I have hands to heart. It's up to you. You can fly those arms alongside the hips. You can reach them forward, whichever you prefer. Working into your warrior 3. Soften the left outer hip down, really square the pelvis. Firm to that right bum, right glute. Soft bend in the right knee as much as you need. Taking 1 more inhale. And exhale. Gently release the hands. Now with control, hector your favorite. Plant your palms. Bring your shoulders over your wrist. Bend your right knee. And as you exhale, hop switch. Pause. Keep pulling the heart forward. Little bend. And hop switch. Now, my hop switch is a bit dramatic. You can keep it low. You can stay real low towards the ground. Again, just that idea that we're getting weight to shift into our hands. So go where it works best for you. Go ahead and take about 1 more round. Don't wear yourself out too much because we do have another side. But when you're ready, you'll plant those palms. You'll step it all the way back, either into vinyasa or straight back to downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale. Out your mouth, let it go. Coming onto your toes, look forward. Bend your knees. Step or hop, bring it to the top. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Arms overhead, stand. And hands to heart. The dog is looking at me from across the room like I'm crazy. I actually think he just wants to go out onto the balcony, but he can wait. Go ahead and bring your hands to your heart. Step your right foot all the way back. Left foot forward. And then stand the left inner thigh forward. And when you're ready, extend. Plant your palms down. Soften your shoulders. Nice long waist. Working into warrior 2. Couple more rounds of breath here. One more breath. And then as you inhale, go ahead and lift up. Go ahead and reach your hand forward. Ooh, almost like it's in a triangle. We didn't do triangle. Hand to hip, not today. Go ahead and send your left hand forward. Begin to reach. Now, try to think of stacking your right shoulder on top of your left. So don't let the shoulder hang forward like a warrior 3. To square it off, you want to stack the shoulders here. Now, energy out that right leg. Maybe right arm up to the sky. Taking 2 more rounds of breath here. And then as you exhale, gently release your hand. Gently release your foot. Pause, find your fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Arms overhead, stand tall. And hands to heart. All right, now we're gonna take the right foot and step it back. Now, you can take that left foot, walk it out to the side a bit more, hugging that left hip back. Now, whatever you did with your arms before, either reverse prayer, maybe knuckles together, holding onto the wrist, whatever feels best for you. Draw your shoulders down, draw the ribs in, hugging that left hip back, soft bend. I'm going to take that halfway. Now, more than anything, I want you to focus on core here, just supporting to keep those collarbones broad, yet reaching the heart forward, grounded through your back foot. Breathe. It seems like I'm asking you to do a lot. Most importantly, I want to make sure that there's no pain in your lower back. So really feeling a nice lift through the center, taking one more round of breath here. And as you inhale, bring yourself all the way up, bend your front knee. Woo. Stepping your toes together. Now releasing your hands. Shoulders soft. Hands back to your heart. Right knee lifts. Bend your left. Send it all the way back. Warrior 3. Now hands can stay at heart. They can reach back, whichever you prefer. Energy out that back leg though. And then soften the right outer hip down. Two more here. One more inhale. Exhale. Gently release, hands down. Woo. Now spread your fingers, plant your palms, shoulders over wrist. And then from here, go and bend your left knee. As you exhale, feel free to take another round, another little hop, jump. Now the trick about handstands is that we're trying to get our shoulders over our wrists. Our wrist over our shoulders over our wrist, our hips over our shoulders, and our legs to the top. And don't forget, the legs have to be nice and strong because we don't want to go up with wobbly legs or else it's a lot harder to balance. Our legs are very heavy. So if that weight goes up overhead and it's not in control, it's much more challenging to find that balance at the very top. Taking a couple rounds here. When you're ready, you can skip it. You can do child's pose. You can meet a down dog. But when you're ready, no rush. Take it into a vinyasa. If you're going through a few more rounds, go for it. Work it out. Do your thing. A little pedal. And then go ahead and come up onto your toes, look forward. Nice light step or spring hop to the top. Last time, inhale. Exhale, fold. Arms overhead, stand. And hands to heart. Whew. All right, yogis, we're almost there. Our last standing poses. Now the twist that we did at the beginning with the knee and the opening, that's a great option. So if this next option isn't quite working for you, that is another option you can take. Let's go back to what we did before. Otherwise, you have a strap. If you have a towel and you want to use it, you can wrap it around the foot to make the arms a little bit longer, because I don't want you pitched forward. I don't want the standing knee bent. I want to be nice and long. If it's available, and you want to take hand to big toe, go for it. If all this doesn't work, even if it's a small chair or a low table, and you want to just do it here, and you can twist with the long leg like that, with your foot resting on a chair, that's another option. So again, wherever you are, whatever you need, have your friend hold your foot up for you, whatever works. So whether you have the strap, whether you have your toe, whether you have your shin, you're going to go ahead and switch. So if you have your foot, you're taking your hand across. If you have your shin, you're taking your hand across your shin. Now from here, find my balance. Strong standing leg. Open up that right arm. Rotate towards the right. Nice big rotation. Woo. Again, turning the gaze back, it just adds to the pose. It's not necessary. You can keep the gaze forward. Focus on balance. Focus on stability. Slowing your breath. One more round. And go ahead, gently bring yourself back up. And hands to heart center. Ooh. All right, awesome. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Grab your strap, grab your shin, grab your toe. Whatever is best for you. Taking a moment here. Now taking your time. Strong standing leg. You can bend. Reach for the foot. Reaching that foot out. Now pause. Keep the heart lifted. As you open the arm, even if it feels better just to keep hand at the waist and rotate as you draw that left shoulder back. Take another round of breath here. As you inhale, bring your left arm up. Both arms reach. Hands to heart. Pause, staying tall. Ooh. Take a deep inhale. Out your mouth, let it go. Inhale, arms overhead. And exhale, dive. Inhale halfway. Your very last vinyasa, you can take it or skip it, step it or hop it. Whichever's best for you. And back. Alright, yogis, let's go ahead and bring our knees down to the mat. Go ahead and take the right leg forward. Now, if we were in a class and we had blocks, I'd say grab your blocks. My guess is we probably don't have blocks where we are, and that is fine. So again, if you want to be at a chair to kind of help elevate, to support, that is fine. You can bring hands down to the mat if that works for you. Now, if you need to bend this supporting, or this extended leg, excuse me, go for it. Take the bend. The little flex in that right foot, reaching that heart forward, really getting into the hamstring. Now, if you want to get a little bit more of the side of the leg, more towards TFL, IT band area, then you can walk both hands across to the right side, to the outside of that right leg, and take a little reach over here. Excuse me, as a dog is coughing up his water. I don't know what, he always does that. Crazy dog. 2 more breaths. And then bring yourself all the way back to center. And bend. Whoo. And shift it back. Other side. Left foot forward. And then go ahead and shift your hips back a little. Flex of your foot. Now again, one side might be a little tighter than the other. It's okay. As you hug that left hip back, keep reaching the heart forward. Again, maybe you stay here. Maybe you're on a chair, maybe you have a bent knee, maybe you're using water bottles to help stack yourself up. Again, whatever works best for you, feel free to take your hands across your thigh. And a little twist, a little rotation here. Try to pull your heart forward as much as you can. I know I was dropping my head right now. I was looking back at my foot to make sure I was aligned. But as much as you can, soften your shoulders, really pull that heart forward. Taking one more breath here. And then go ahead and bring yourself all the way back to center. Now coming all the way back onto your knees. This one, I like to get into it from the knees. I feel like we can kind of get into the stretch a little bit deeper. But I want you to take your right knee, bring it over your left. Now, behind me, I've separated my feet, so I have room to drop my hips back. So from here, keep reaching that heart forward. Take your time. Slowly shift your hips back. Now you want to have your knees stacked as much as possible because it'll get deeper into your glutes. So if you're trying to get into those hips, try to stack those knees right on top of each other. If you need a pillow or something to sit on, that is fine. You want to make sure though you're not sitting on your ankles. The ankles should be out to the side. In fact, the more to the side they are, the deeper the stretch is going to be. If you want even more, you can reach your heart forward and start to fold. Slow in your breath, soften your shoulders. Two more rounds of breath here. And then go ahead and slowly bring yourself up. take your time, go ahead and swing your right leg back. And I want you to keep the left shin forward. Now kind of like a little staggered stance, your little front shin parallel with the top of your mat, and then right shin parallel with the side of your mat, and then go ahead and take your time, and go and reach your right arm up, and then you're gonna thread it all the way down underneath, and then gently dropping your head down towards the mat. And I like to look back at my backhand. Again, preference, whatever works best for you. Taking one more round of breath here. And then go ahead and take your time, slowly lift, and bring yourself up. And let's go ahead and switch. Now, I think it's best to get into it from all fours. Of course, you can just cross the other shin on top. That is totally preference. It is up to you. But if you are up here on all fours, just make sure your feet are separated behind you, and it's right ankle will be on the left side, left ankle will be on the right side, so it's opposite. And then slowly take your time, dropping the hips down. Try to make sure this left hip keeps reaching down, walking the ankles towards the side, lifting your heart nice and tall. And as you lift through the heart, soften your shoulders down away from your ears. If it feels all right for you to take a little fold, ooh. I hold on to my feet. I don't know what that is. It's just habit. You don't have to though. You can take your hands forward or bring them to the side. Just, I don't know. I'm checking, making sure they're still there, I guess. One more breath here. And bring yourself back up. And go and take your left leg. Shift it to the side. Now keep your right shin just a little bit parallel to the top of your mat. So figure 4 here. Taking your right arm out to the side, you can take a nice big reach. And then go and thread that arm all the way underneath. Now you are leaning onto one hip, so one hip is lifted. That's fine. Straighten it a little bit more towards the back, towards the side waist. One more breath. And all the way back up to center. All right, let's go ahead and send both legs forward. Reaching those feet out to the front. Nice flex through both feet. Go ahead and take the skin of your bum, gently lift it up. Reaching your arms up and overhead, nice big stretch. And exhale, go ahead and dive forward towards your feet. And then as you inhale, soften your shoulders. Reach your heart forward. As you exhale, just another little fold and release. One more time for fun. Inhale, little lift. And exhale, fold. And as you inhale, take your time, slowly lift. Now we're going to make our way all the way onto our backs for our final twist into our Shavasana. So go and bend your knees, take your time, slowly roll yourself down. Ooh. Keep your right knee in, reach your left leg forward. As you exhale, pull your knee across your body. Extend your right arm out to the side, gently press your right shoulder down. Two more breaths here. And then bringing yourself all the way back to center, give your right knee a little hug. And then go ahead and switch, bring your left knee in. And as you exhale, take your knee across your body, gently pressing your left shoulder down to the mat. And then bring yourself all the way back to center. Go and bring your left knee into your chest. Go and bring your right knee into your chest. Take an inhale. As you exhale, bring your forehead up toward your knees, pausing at the top for a breath. And then as you exhale, go ahead and bring yourself all the way down onto the mat, reaching your legs forward, reaching your arms forward, and gently settle as you move into Shavasana. Again, now any little wiggles, any movement, and then just see if for the next few moments here you can just find stillness. Take a comfortable inhale. Gentle exhale. And find Shavasana. And gently begin to deepen your breath. Bringing movement back to your fingers and your toes. Reaching your arms up over your head. Take a long stretch through your body. Bending your knees when you're ready. Roll to your side. Allow your breath to deepen. And on your next exhale, gently press yourself all the way up to seated. Feel free to close your eyes. Sitting tall, bring your hands together at heart center, softening your shoulders, lifting your heart. Closing with 3 strong breaths. Take a deep inhale. Out your mouth, let it go. 2 more deep breaths in. And release. 1 more deep breath in. And release. Sealing in your practice, your work, your effort, whatever gratitude you cultivated today. Taking that with you through the rest of your month, through the rest of your weekend. Namaste. Thank you, yogis. I hope you have a great rest of your October. There's 1 more day left. I hope you have a very fun, safe, socially distant Halloween. I think where my hair out, it kind of worked for my costume. I'm going as David Rose this year. So, and by going as with the couple of friends that I'm actually going to see for Halloween. So anyway, I hope you all have a great weekend. Again, I apologize about next week. I don't know why daylight savings is still a thing, but it is, and it really annoys me being from Arizona and other states change their time because we never do in Arizona. So go Arizona. So yeah, so anyway, so I have to adjust. I realize that's going to be an issue next week, but we'll get back to the solution very soon. Enjoy the rest of your day, and hope to see you all again soon. Bye-bye. Oh, so glad. Oh, so glad you enjoyed. Thank you, Alicia. Tried to flow a little bit more, but awesome. Thank you, guys. Enjoy.